somebody loves you, their family is still their family. Their sibling is still their sibling. Their father is their father. It's still their father. Their mother is still their mother. So no matter what happens between you and their family members, please don't go about bad mouthing their family member to them or to other people. Because this blood that they are talking about, blood they say is thicker than water, and literally it is thicker than water. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for the support that you give to me. They mean a whole lot to me. And if you're watching my video for the very first time, my name is Tammy. I am your relationship coach, and I want to assure you that you are in the right space right now. I talk about relationship, I talk about dating, I talk about, relationship generally, and I know that this video is going to benefit you. So please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it to your loved ones so that it can also reach them, right? And of course, let me know what you think about this video. All right, so today I will be talking about something very, very interesting. As always, I'll be talking to you about if they do these things that I'm about to mention, leave them. If you are in a relationship with them and they're doing all these things that I'm about to, spell out to you guys, please don't stay there. All right, so here we go. The first thing on my list is if they are abusive. If he or she is abusive, whether it is physical abuse, whether it is emotional abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, please, it is time for you to leave that relationship. What are you even doing that? You're not supposed to stay in an abusive relationship. And I know that some of you may want to make excuses for this person, whether the person is a male or female, because it's not only men that abuse people, even females abuse. And I always say that men don't really say these things, but there are women who do these things. If the person is abusing you and I don't even want to know any form it is coming from, whichever form it is, please do not stay in that relationship. And I know that some of you may want to make excuses for this person, saying that, oh, you only did it once, she only did it once. Okay, I heard you. Maybe it was just once, and the person is hitting your head on the wall, and it was just once. Okay, fine. Because when something happens once, we call it mistake. When it happens more than once, it has become a pattern. So if you are still excusing that pattern, then that is not a very good space for you to be. Because you see, abuse can ruin your life. It can ruin your mental health. It can ruin your sanity. It can ruin your self-esteem. Because if somebody eventually robs you of yourself, will you even be able to recognize yourself at the end of the day? If they rob you of you, then how do we even find you? If you cannot find yourself anymore, then what's the point of being with somebody who constantly robs you of yourself? So please, if you are in a relationship and this person is abusing you, the alley, whether it is verbally, whether it is emotionally, whether it is sexually, whichever alley it is, please don't stay there. And I always say this, that if you know that somebody is abusing you, if you know that this person you are with is abusing you, choosing to still stay with them is in itself self-abuse. Okay, and that is not a healthy space for you to be. And I always say that you need to be sane mentally for you to even do anything right, whether it is a relationship or whatever you want to do. You need to be sane upstairs before you can really do anything right. So when somebody is abusing you, it's time for you to leave that relationship. All right, and I'll say it again, for your sanity, for your safety, for your well-being, please leave that kind of relationship. Okay, because this one, that they will hit your head on the wall and you are making excuses for them. You are saying that you fell. How did you fall? Wait, how exactly did you fall? You know that you did not fall. You know that this person has been beating you, they have been talking down on you, they have been abusing you verbally. emotionally, sexually, and you're still there, please do not do more damage to yourself, because you see, your life is more important than this relationship. Because at the end of the day, your life really, really matters much more than that relationship. And I always say that there is how they carry people out of a relationship, but may you never know how. So please, for your sanity, for your wellness, please leave that relationship. So the second thing on my list is if he or she does not show effort in pouring into that relationship. Listen, if somebody is genuinely interested in you, they will be invested in that relationship. They will take time to pour in everything necessary to make that relationship work in every way possible that they can. Okay? But if somebody is not genuinely interested in you, they're going to show no effort. They're not going to show up for you. They're not going to support you in the way that you want to be supported. Now, like I always say, time is a greater indicator of interest than money is. So somebody can spend money on you, whether the person is a male or a female, they can spend all the money in the world on you. But if this same person does not have time for you, if they do not create time to, pour into you in the way that you want to be poured into, they don't invest in that relationship like they ought to, then it will just be only you in that relationship. I mean, if you're giving 100% in a relationship and the other person is showing less effort, the person is donating 10% to you. I mean, what's that? Why are they giving you a tithe when you're not God? Have you never asked yourself that? I mean, if you're not God, then why are they giving you 10%? They are supposed to show up for you 100%. But if they're giving you much less than you are even putting into that relationship, then I think, you might have to, leave that relationship. If now, like I always say, I am not the type that will say that you should just opt out of a relationship at the drop of a dime. No, I am not this kind of person. I'm not that kind of person, rather. But if you have spoken to them about it, of course, when you're seeing anything that you're not pleased with in your relationship, the first thing to do is to point it out and address it. Sit your partner down, talk about it. But if they are willing to fix it, then you might have to leave that relationship. Listen, there is something about two people showing up in a relationship. That's how it feels, but there's how it feels overwhelming and frustrating when only one person is trying to make the relationship work. It's annoying, it's frustrating. So if that relationship is one-sided, then the other person is going to be weighed down. And remember that relationship has to be a two-way traffic. Okay, it is not one-sided, it has to be a two-way traffic. But you see, if you have to beg them to give you attention, and if you have to beg them for their affection, hey, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, if you have to beg them for the prerequisite of a relationship when they have already stated their commitment to you, if you have to beg them to do all these things for you, or to show up for you, or to support you, to pour into the relationship, to give you time in the relationship, then that's a lot. I mean, that's really a lot. You might want to reconsider that relationship. All right, so the next thing on my list is when he or she is cheating on you. When they are cheating on you, look, I have not lived for very long, but I've been here for a while now. And I know that there are people who cheat on people without feeling an iota of remorse. I mean, to them, it just seemed like a normal thing to do. But hey, let's stop normalizing these things, okay? If you are in a relationship with somebody, then you are supposed to be committed to this person, okay? But somebody is cheating on you, you're in a relationship with this person, but they are cheating on you. And I know that, of course, people like to make excuses for all of these red flags, but it's alright. So it happens once, you call this a mistake. It happens twice, it happens 3 times, and you're still calling this a mistake. Because I have already told you people, this is not my first time telling you. I have told you that when something happens once, we call it a mistake. But when it happens more than once, it becomes a pattern. That is a pattern, and you have to look out for patterns in people. Okay? Look out for patterns in people and do not excuse any of these red flags at all, at all. Don't make excuses for it. Okay? But I know someone will say, it was me that was not giving him enough time. It was me that was not. Auntie, stop saying that. Bros, please stop saying that. And like I said, I've not lived for too long, but I've been here for a while. And I've seen some kind of things under this sun. Hey, I've seen people who, they will cheat on you and they will still deny it. I mean, you caught them in the act, you caught them in the act, but they are still denying it. And there are some that will cheat on you and they will still rub it on your face and say you made them do it, that you were the reason why they did what they did, and they are taking no responsibility for it. And there are those that will cheat on you, they will be remorseful about it, but they will still do it again. So my question to you is, because people usually ask me that, okay, this person is cheating on them, should they marry the person? And my question, I've always answered that question with a question. I mean, the question is not should you marry the person. The question is, do you want to be married to a cheater? Do you want to marry to somebody who perpetually cheats on you? Do you want your children to be fathered by somebody who is always cheating on you? Do you want your children to be mothered by somebody who is cheating on you? Do you want to marry to a cheat? Because if you are seeing all these signs in your relationship, but you still have a chance at getting it right, especially if you are single, when you marry like this prayer will just be praying for you. There's nothing else you can do about it. Or just be praying for you that, okay, God will help you. You have long suffering or something like that. Or long suffering simply means suffering for long. So you still have a chance at making it right, because you're not married until you're married, and a relationship is not a marriage. Okay, so you can still say no to all of these signs if they are popping up in your relationship. Okay, so the next thing on my list is if the relationship is draining you. So if this relationship is draining you, if this relationship is taking much more from you than it is ever giving back to you, if it is draining you emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and in every area of your life, so much so you feel like you're losing yourself. I mean, if you're losing yourself, how we will find you at the end of the day? There's no point being in a relationship where you cannot find yourself. There's no point being with somebody if you always feel like you're losing yourself. Please do not lose yourself. I mean, if keeping them means losing yourself, then there's no point having them. There's no point having them in your life, right? So please, if this is your situation right now, it might mean that you now have to leave that relationship for your sake or for your wellness, for your sanity. Okay, so the next thing on my list is if this person lures you to sin. Now, some of you are in relationships with people who are exposing you to pornography, exposing you to sex, especially if you're not married. Because if you're not married and you're having sex with somebody, then that is called fornication. Yeah, just tell you, it's fornication. So you're in a relationship with somebody who is exposing you to drugs, sexting, all these kind of negative things, and you are still there, and you know that this is not you. You know that this is not your kind of thing. You're not this kind of person. But you are in a relationship with somebody who continuously draws you away from God instead of drawing you closer to God. Because at the end of the day, relationship is supposed to make us better versions of ourselves. But if you're not even a better version of yourself, because the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 4:9, it says two are better than one, because two are better than one. Granted, but it went ahead to give us a reason why two is actually better than one. Say two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. But since the moment you have decided to be with this person, if you have not been a better version of yourself, then there's no point. Ask yourself now, since you have been with this person, since you have been going out with this person, have you been a better version of yourself? Let's start from that place. First ask yourself. You might even need to ask your friend too. Because if you cannot find the answer within you, ask your friends. They know. Just ask them. Just call them. And say, damn me, I just want to ask you a question. Since I've been seeing this person, what do you think about my life? Do you think my life has been much better since I have gotten together with this person, or has he taken a downturn? Okay, because if somebody is luring you to sin, then you are not in a good space at all. Okay, the person is taking you farther away from God that you should be. You're not even supposed to be far from God. Okay, so please, if this is you, then it is time to get out of that relationship. And if you're waiting for God to tell you to get out of that relationship, God has answered your prayer. This is the message that you really need to hear. And that's why I'm telling you right now. Now, it's time for you to get out of that relationship. God sent me to you. This message is for you. And I'm not even joking. You see that I'm not laughing. I'm not joking. This is the moment where you pack your bags, yourself, and everything that you have invested in that relationship and get out of that relationship. And please don't think about the investment. Don't meditate about the investment that you have made in that relationship. Please, it's fine. Your still is blessed. Harvest respond to you speedily. The good things that you have invested in the relationship, thank you. God bless you. But please don't meditate on it too much. This might not be the place where you reap the fruit of whatever you have invested. Okay, God will compensate you, but certainly not here, not in this relationship, if this is you. All right, so the next thing on my list is if they isolate you from your friends and from your family. Listen, if this person in your life is looking to isolate you from every of your friends, now that they are with you, they are saying you are not supposed to have friends. Why is this friend calling you? Why are you going out with this person? Why is your family members calling you? Why are your siblings calling you and asking questions? Auntie, uncle, if this is you, run away from that, because every relationship in your life is as important as the love relationship that you have. But if you are now going to throw all your relationships away, your friendship, your family, just because you are in a relationship with somebody, that is a lot. Because at the end of the day, you will need all these relationships. So you will need all these other relationships. So okay, and one is not supposed to suffer because of another. Your family, your friends, the relationship you have with them is not supposed to now suffer just because you are going out with somebody. Okay, so you are with somebody and they are telling you to, and they are trying to cut you away from all your other relationships, then they don't love you. They are manipulating you. That's manipulation. That's manipulation. So please do not stay there. That person is toxic to you and to your mental health, because by the time this person is done with you, you don't even recognize yourself again. Hey, I'm the one telling you, and I'm serious about it. You will not recognize yourself again. So please, if there's somebody in your life right now, the person you are with right now, they're trying to isolate you from every other relationship in your life. Now all of a sudden all your friends are bad. If all your friends are bad, then that means you're a bad person. But if they think you're a good person, I mean, that's why they're in a relationship with you, right? If they think you're a good person, and all of a sudden all your friends are bad, all your relatives are bad, auntie, uncle, that's a manipulator you have right there. So you better help yourself, and the earlier you do so, the better. Now it's time to leave that relationship. The next thing on my list is if they have no respect for you or the people in your life. Listen, I think people don't know this, so that no matter how somebody loves you, no matter how somebody loves you, their family is still their family. Their sibling is still their sibling. Man, their parents, their father is their father. It's still their father. Their mother is still their mother. So no matter what happens between you and their family members, please don't go about bad mouthing their family member to them or to other people. Because this blood that they are talking about, blood they say is thicker than water, and literally it is thicker than water. Okay, because at the end of the day, their dad is still their dad, their mom is still their mom, somebody's sister is still their sister, their brother is their brother. And at the end of the day, they will turn around and side with their family member. And they don't even know how to help you. By the time they turn around and side with their people to fight you. Okay, so even if somebody of your partner's family says something that you don't feel okay with, it's fine. Okay, there are some things you just have to correct like that. So you are the one that wants to be in a relationship now. That things you have to connect like that. You cannot go about bad mouthing them, even to the person you are seeing, because that is some disrespect right there. Okay, and at the end of the day, like I said, blood is thicker than water. Nobody wants you to badmouth their family. Nobody wants you to talk bad about their sister or their brother or their parents. Okay, but if you are in a relationship with somebody who constantly disrespects you and your relatives, your family, should I still say you are in the wrong place. If this person does these things over and over and again, please just leave. And before I go on to the last thing I have for you guys, please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, now would be a very good time to subscribe, because I always put out, beautiful videos every week. Yes, so every week. So please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friends and your family to please subscribe, like this video, share this video, and watch all the videos I have on my channel, right? And let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so the last thing I have on my list is if you're finding it hard to trust this person. Now, when trust becomes a struggle in a relationship, when you're really finding it hard, it might be time for you to leave that relationship. Now, when you are bringing somebody close, when you say that you love somebody else, you must understand that you are giving that person access to now hurt you. I know you don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. Think about it now. Can a stranger really hurt you? I don't think so. I think it's the people who are close to you, like your family member. I don't know. I really don't know about you, but the people that really offended me really much in my life are my siblings. They are my family members. But I forgive them anyway because I really don't have a choice. They are really close to me. And your friends will offend you. So how much more the person you're in a relationship with, right? So when you're bringing somebody close to you, when you say that you love somebody, just know that you have given them the permission to now hurt you. Now, I don't know what could have happened in your relationship, whether the person betrayed you or so. Whatever, I don't know whatever has happened, but if you're finding it very hard to still trust them after you are forgiving them, because it might be very hard for you to trust somebody again even after you might have forgiven them. But if it has now become a struggle to trust them with yourself, with your life, with your secrets, with everything, then it may be time for you to leave that relationship. Okay, now, like I said, I am not one person that will tell you to just run away from a relationship just because you're seeing toxic acts or actions in a relationship from your partner. I am an advocate of calling the attention of the other person to all of the things you're seeing, and addressing it in a calm and loving manner to them. And if it is something that can be worked on, fine. But if it is something that is irreconcilable, please warn. If it's abuse, first warning. Even if you still want to talk about it with them, that one, it is not talking about it first. It is you separating yourself from the abused. Okay, even if you will get back together with them, but you must be in a safe place first, and you must be sure that they are now okay for lack of a better word, they are now okay to treat you well and to make the relationship work. Okay, I hope this video helps you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, like this video, share it with your friends and your family. Subscribe, if not, I'll stop uploading videos. I'm just joking. So I'll see my next video. Don't forget, let me know what you think about this video in the comment. As always, let me know the things that you think I have not mentioned in this video. All right, bye.